Hey Ivy, so I just finished recording a 12-minute video for you, and the last 3 minutes I was like a complete moron, so I decided to redo it. So let's hope this one goes better. All right. So we are ready to start the kite runner, and we are going to first do some background information. Because the kite runner, I think you need to know some stuff about the culture, Afghanistan culture, about religions, about social class. That's a huge theme in this novel, and I would be doing you a disservice if you didn't have that information. I also want to give you some visuals, and just some things to think about as we're reading the novel. So first, this Kite Runner folder has some vocab words, and then it also has a link to the novel online. The page numbers probably don't match up, so that may be an issue. You know, if I say I want you to read pages 25 to 82 and the pages on there don't match the pages that I'm going to have you read, that could become an issue, but it is available on there. If you want an audio version from YouTube, I'm sure you can find one. I would be careful with what you find because it may not be the best quality, so whatever floats your boat, but whatever. Okay, so before we read the actual novel, we're going to have you do a background assignment. Here we go. Okay. And when you click on this activity, you, will get this. And we're going to preview it. You're going to need this slideshow. So if I were you, I would right click and open it in a new tab so that you can go back and forth. Otherwise, you're going to get frustrated. So have this slideshow in a different tab so that you can go back and forth. So the first two questions are about the first 3 slides. The first 3 slides are pictures that depict different parts that are referenced in the novel. Okay, so these are different things that are referenced in the novel. So what I'm asking you to do is you're going to choose two photos. Choose one for number 1, choose a second one for number 2. But I want you to look at all 6. I want you to reflect on them mentally. All right, just look at them. Take a minute and look at them. For question 1 and question 2, write about one photo. So for question number 1, let's say you pick photo number 2. Okay, so back over here, you're going to write about photo number 2. And then for question number 2, let's say you pick photo number 6. And so for question number 2, you're going to write about photo number 6. And I'm asking you to do it in a journal format. So that just means you're writing it, you're just describing it. And it's not in an essay format. It's kind of in an informal format. But with that said, make sure if you haven't already, you've downloaded this Grammarly extension because it's going to help you with spelling errors and things like that. It'll catch things. If you've downloaded it but it's not catching things, make sure you have it turned on because you do have to turn it on. All right. Question 3 says, now look at the slide labeled Step 2 Fiction. So here's that slide, Step 2 Fiction. There are 3 fiction pieces here. There is a story, and there is a poem, and there is a second poem. You're going to read all 3 of them, and you're going to tell me how they're connected, what inferences you can make, what you learned, and what your overall response to those 3 texts. And for the final one, you're going to look at, there are 4 nonfiction pieces. You're only going to choose one of those nonfiction pieces, and you are going to tell me how the nonfiction pieces added to your understanding of the photos and to the fiction pieces, and what is your takeaway from the nonfiction article? What did you learn from it? So that's what you're going to do for the background information assignment. I have met with a few of you for the online class. There are 20 of you, and I've met with a few of you through a Google Meet, and I can't require us to have a Google meeting because you've chosen online, and so I can't require us to meet, but I can give a time for an optional meeting, and I think that would be great to do. So this assignment here is going to be due Wednesday, September 30th. Okay, so in the last video that I did, this is where it started to go downhill. So I'm hoping that I have it together now. This is going to be due September 30th. So we won't have read anything by a week from today that I'm doing this video, the 30th. So we can't meet then. There won't be anything to talk about as far as the novel goes. So on the 30th, I'm going to give you your first reading assignment. That will be due Friday. Well, I can set up an optional meet time during 5th hour because that's when your class is, which is from noon to 12:45. So on Thursday, no, that doesn't make sense. Oh, here we go. It's happening. It's going downhill. So I'm going to assign the reading on Wednesday, or it'll be done Wednesday. Okay, so then you have it Friday. So then we won't have, if I assign it Wednesday the 30th, so then Monday, it would be due for my other class Monday, the whatever that Monday is. Let me look at my calendar. Dang it. Okay, so if it's due, I'm giving this to you guys Monday the 28th, blah, 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 it's due the 5th. Okay, so we could meet the 5th. We could meet 10/5, October 5th at 12 o'clock, optionally. Okay, and let's just stop there because, I mean, I can already tell this is going to be working with numbers, even dates, apparently, at this time of day. I'm not on it. So let's plan on having an optional meeting on October 5th at 12 o'clock, which is your 5th hour, which is what this class is, a 5th hour. And then you will access this through your Google Meet code. This code right here. So noon on Monday the 5th, click on that code if you want to meet to talk about the first few chapters of Kite Runner. Okay? All right. As always, email me with any questions and we can set up a separate Google Meet time. That's worked for a couple of us to do. It's been great. It's been good to see some of you. So I hope to see your faces on the 5th. But as always, reach out if you have any questions. Take care.